Asim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is described as the most merciful, the most loving, 100 times in the Quran. Some might be struggling to understand this concept because you mentioned just now, it can be good, it can be bad. So they were asking, they were questioning, were saying that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, so loving, but at the same time Allah punishes, so they can't see the understanding of it. So is it that when Allah become most merciful, or not, Allah cannot punish? They couldn't see a contradictory position of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How do we make them clear about this thing?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه وما اهتدى بهداه أما بعد. First of all, we have to believe and understand the beautiful names and attributes of Allah Azza wa Jal. And without doing so, you will fall into a lot of problems and confusion. Allah Azza wa Jal is most merciful, most compassionate, most forgiving. Subhanahu Azza wa Jal, the kind. However, He is also the most knowledgeable, the wise. And He owns this whole universe. And He does what He pleases and what He wills. And as mentioned in Surah Al-Anbiya, لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون. Nobody dares to question or interrogate Allah Azza wa Jal while others are investigated, interrogated, and questioned. So if you understand this concept and believe it, you will have content in your heart. You will never say, why does Allah do this or that? Ya akhi, it's none of your business. Allah owns the whole universe. You have no right if I take 50 ringgits and I burn it. Nobody dares and say, why do you do this? I think your currency is waterproof, fireproof. I don't know. I never tried it, but maybe we should give it a shot. If I do this, this is my money. I could do whatever I want with it. And Allah has the highest of all examples. Now we know that Allah is knowledgeable and wise and just and fair. So whatever He does, you have to digest this and believe in it. A young child, and Allah has the highest of all examples, goes to the doctor with his father. The doctor says, you have appendix, we have to extract it. The young child, 7 years of age, looks at his father, and the father says, everything is going to be all right. They take the child to prepare him for surgery. They strip him out of his clothes. They start to disinfect the area. And the child looks at his father. Duh. Said, it's okay. Everything is going to be fine. They take him to the operating theater, and he sees people with masks, oxygen, and anesthesia. And the doctor gets his knife and starts sharpening it. I don't know if it's adha or not, but it's something close. You get the point. The son's dad, this is not good. And the father says, it's all right. You have to trust your father's judgment because he knows more than you. And Allah has the highest of all examples. Without night, you can never appreciate sunlight. Without illness, you can never appreciate your health. Without feeling hungry, you could never appreciate the taste of food. And without calamities, you could never appreciate the blessing of Iman. How many calamities returned us back to Allah Azza wa Jal? If not, we would have gone astray and indulged in this dunya and did everything left, right, and center. But Allah returns us back to Him. Sometimes an illness, a sickness, a disease, an operation gets you back on track. So many people come to me and say, Shaykh, Wallah, Allah blessed me with cancer. So may Allah bless you alone Jazakallah khair. So why? He said, Sheikh, wallahi, I was indulged in partying, womanizing, doing drugs. But when I got the cancer, I returned back to Allah and I saw the light. So these calamities can be one of the greatest blessings of Allah. I remember in 1990, when the Bosnian war was ongoing in Bosnia-Herzegovina, I met few people from Bosnia. And they said, wallahi, the war is one of the greatest blessings of Allah. We returned back to Islam. We were not Muslims. So everything that Allah does, wallahi, He does it with wisdom, with knowledge, and with complete fairness and for your own good. All the tests and trials that our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went through, they were all for his benefit. And he was content. He was happy with whatever was happening because he knows that he is in good hands and Allah knows best.